Good morning, Cameron University. The Senate finally unveils a new plan for healthcare.
Also, a suspect has been arrested in the Yale murder of Annie Lay.
These, along with more stories and an interview with Dean of Student Services, Jennifer Holland, is all coming up next on Top of the Hour.
Live from the CUInternetTV studios. It's all Aggie, all the time. It's your source for everything Cameron University. It's Top of the Hour with Kyle Luters and Amanda Finch.
One of the most talked about pieces of legislation in recent memory has finally made it to the Senate floor. The Senate Finance Committee, led by Montana Senator Max Backus, has finally released their version of the controversial bill. The price tag, $856 billion over 10 years. The bill will make several changes to the healthcare system. Under the plan, almost every citizen will be required to purchase health care or pay a fine to remain uninsured. The bill also prohibits insurance companies from refusing to cover patients with pre-existing medical conditions and prevents the company from raising rates to those who are chronically ill. The bill faces a tough road as bipartisan support is almost non-existent.
According to Connecticut Chief's medical examiner, 24-year-old Yale student Annie Lay was killed by strangulation. Lay's body was found in the basement of Yale's Medical Research Center on Sunday, which was also her wedding date. Police took Raymond Clark III, an animal research technician, into custody on Tuesday night. He was released on Wednesday and was arrested early this morning. We will have more on this story in the coming weeks.
A new club has been formed on campus to broaden the horizons of students through film. The new International Film Club will hold its first film screening of the year next Thursday night in the Student Activities Building. Pan's Labyrinth will be the first film shown. The purpose of the club is to showcase the different cultures and languages of the world. For more information about the club, stop by the Language Learning Center on the second floor of Nance Boyer.
Coming to campus also next Thursday is the part-time job fair. The fair, which is in its second year, is aimed at helping students find paying jobs that will fit into their hectic schedules. Over 30 companies are scheduled to be at this year's event, including JCPenney's, Verizon Wireless, Hastings, and Comanche County Hospital. According to student development specialist Chase Massey, with the economy in a downturn, more and more companies are looking for part-time workers. With enrollment increasing, Massey made sure more companies were aware of the fair this year. The fair will run from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. in the Shepler Center Ballroom.
Cameron University is celebrating Constitution Day along with several institutions across the nation. Today commemorates the date on which 39 delegates signed the document that is the framework of our government. The event kicks off in the Shepler Ballroom at noon today and will last until 1:30. It features a luncheon and 3 speakers.
Well, right when we thought last weekend's rain was gone, we went outside this morning to find that it's still lingering. Here's a look at your Lawton Fort Sill 3-day forecast. For the rest of today, we're looking at a high of 81 and a low of 58 with a 90% chance that it will keep on raining. We'll clear up on Friday with a high of 85 and a low of 56. For Saturday, look for a high of 85 and a low of 59. There's your weather, and now it's time for the Aggie Spotlight.
Thanks, Amanda. Welcome to a new segment for Top of the Hour. In our Aggie Spotlight series, we'll be talking to prominent figures about issues around campus. We are very honored to have Dean of Student Services, Jennifer Holland, join us here in today's studio. Dean Holland, how are you doing today?
Great, thanks for having me.
Good. We're glad you were able to come on the show today. So talk about the increase of enrollment this year. How has that been?
It's been great. We're really excited about the number of students on campus. Our full-time enrollment is up 13%.
Wow.
Our freshman enrollment is up 24%. So significant numbers of students on campus. This is our highest enrollment since 1994 and the second highest enrollment in the university's history.
Wow, that is awesome. What has been, or what do you think has caused this change in enrollment?
I think that we are quickly becoming the university of choice for students in Southwest Oklahoma. We've seen more local students come to campus. We've seen more students from across the state of Oklahoma and surrounding states come to Cameron University. We've also increased the amount of financial aid that's available to students, making it affordable for students to come to Cameron. I also think that the economy has plays a role in education. Our peers across the state are up. They're not up as significantly as we are, but I think the economy plays into that as well.
Now, you talk about this increase of students. What accommodations has the Office of Student Development made to help this influx of students coming in?
I think our entire campus has had to make accommodations because there are more students, which means more financial aid applications, more applications in the Office of Admissions, more transcripts. But it's also meant more services and student activities. I mentioned when we talked briefly earlier that rolling with the Aggies, you know, we typically took 40 to 45 students and we have almost 80 signed up this time. So it's an increase in funding required. Student development has seen more students in career services and disability services. And so all of those things, we still continue to provide the services. It's busy in our offices, but we'll still continue to provide all of those services.
Now, of course, there's been an increase in students living in student housing. What changes have they made too?
We are really excited about the number of students on campus. It's the highest since 1988, and again the second highest in the history that we have in student housing. And so we're really excited about that. This year we made transitions, we made changes, renovations on the 7th floor of North Shepler and created suites. We know that students want their own space, and so I hope that that's been appealing to our students. We have a lot of growth in Shepler Center, and then Cameron Village continues to have a waiting list.
All right. Do you expect to see this trend to continue for the influx of students and students in student housing?
I do. I know that we are making arrangements to maximize the use of our current space. We want as many students to live on campus as we can fit on campus. We've again made adjustments so that we can accommodate more. You'll notice in the Shepler cafeteria we did some renovations over the summer. We've created some more seating areas, replaced furniture in the game room. We want it to be an appealing environment, and so much of a student's college experience happens while they're living on campus. It certainly makes students feel like they have that traditional experience, the go away to college experience, even if they live in Lawton.
Right. Thank you, Dean Holland, for joining us today on Top of the Hour.
Thank you.
Here's a look at your Aggie events. Tomorrow night, over at the Fitness Center, there's a pool party from 4:30 until 9:30 in the evening. Coming up on Saturday is the Aggie Volleyball Fall Classic starting at 10 a.m. in the Aggie Gym. Aggie Golf is in full swing at the Territory Golf Course on Sunday through Tuesday, and there will be a book and bake sale in the lobby of Nance Boyer from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Tuesday, as well as having a baked potato night. So as you know, Kyle's out sick today, but hopefully he'll be joining us again next week. Right now you're filling in for him, and I think you're doing a great job.
Appreciate it. I've enjoyed the time being here on Top of the Hour, especially being co-host with you today. It's been a fun experience.
It's awesome. I'm pretty excited about that pool party that they're having tomorrow night. Are you planning on going to that?
I'll probably go to that, shoot a little billiards with the rest of the guys on campus, have some fun there.
And hopefully Kyle will be up and running by then, and we'll see him there too.
Well, the time is up on this episode of Top of the Hour. If you want to find out more about the stories in today's show, be sure to pick up the latest edition of the Cameron Collegian on newsstands each Monday afternoon.
Also, please be sure to check out CUTV on YouTube by going to youtube.com and searching CUInternetTV. So for everyone here at CUTV and the Cameron Collegian, I'm Amanda Finch.
And I'm Michael Faggett. We'll see you at the top of the hour.